Page 12, A Touch of Rhumba, or Rumba, whichever way you pronounce it. Now, again, as I said in all these videos, I have a particular process or procedure I go through to learn a new piece of music, and that's what I use in the videos. So, I'll use my process here. First, I look it over. I see it's 2 pages long. I don't see any repeat signs or anything. It's just straight through. Treble and bass clef. No sharps or flats in the key signature. We're in the key of C major. Make sure you can do the C major scale. And 4/4 signature. We got 8th notes all over the place, sort of, maybe a little. Quarter notes? I don't know. We'll see. Looked kind of ugly at the beginning, but let's just take this. I want to do it one hand at a time, make sure I got the fingering and the rhythm for each hand first. At the beginning, in the right hand, you have to look at this carefully, because if the stems go up, play it in the right hand. If the stems go down, play it in the left hand. They have an LH there. Really, the left hand's just playing one note. So the right hand is doing these 3 notes. That's all. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3, and that's tied. Each of those notes has a little curved line. That's tied. So again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then all the notes come down a half a step. And then again, down a half a step. And then finally here. It's not down a half step. It's this one. And then measure 5, just chords. Oh, this is fun. Then go up, then come down. Okay, we can do that. Yeah. I don't see a lot going on here other than a lot of chords going around all over the place. The left hand, you just got the one note at the beginning. And then here. And then measure 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2. 1 and 2 ends. Measure 6. 1 and 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where the rumba comes in. Huh? So put the hands together. What do we get? Well, here, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then everything comes down a half a step. Come down half a step. Now, measure 4. That's a whole note in the right hand. Hold it down, and you come down here. They're all down, and then lift up and come down. So the right hand's tied. Just go through and put the hands together. You don't have to go that fast. Then once I'm comfortable with the hands together, then I think about the articulation. The first line, you're pretty much connecting it all. If you want to put a little accent on the last 8th note, the tied 8th note, just a little, not a big, just. That's interpretation. See, a lot of times in syncopated notes, we'll accent the syncopated note. We'll just do it. Sometimes the music says to, doesn't need to. You just do it. And this is what we expect is. That's what we would expect, but we're playing it soon. And so I tend to accent the last note. And then staccato, and I'm hinging at the wrist on the staccato. Okay. So you get staccatos throughout. And then the dynamics, forte is loud. It's going to be both hands here at the beginning. You have to decide what loud is, and in your situation, whatever it is, because it can change depending on the situation of the piano. And then a measure 5, it's going to be moderately loud. Come down a little bit, sort of loud. And you're staying sort of loud until you get to measure 20, where it's loud now. Both hands. Watch out on measures 23 and 24. The first note in the left hand is not staccato. And staccato. Come down to moderately soft. It doesn't sound right, but that's what's written. Okay. And then you measure 28. You go up, come up to moderately loud. You come up again to moderately to loud there for measure 31. And you're loud here. Now here, remember, short, flex it, don't tense up and use tight wrists on this. Stay relaxed. Just using a lot of weight is all it is. And you're ending it loud, except they put marcato signs there starting at measure 37. You see the little upwards arrow? That's a marcato. That is a strong accent. That's a little stronger than a regular accent. Just play them. It's going to make them very loud. On piano, because the piano can't do a true accent. And then now it's just loud. I still put a little accent on that last one. That's it. Now let's look at this chord here. I don't like the way they fingered it, but that's let's look at what's done there first on the last measure. The two notes with the stem going up for the right hand, and that's a D and a G. And the two notes with the stem going down for the left hand, that's a C and an E. So you're overlapped. Lots of people do this. Chopin used to do this. I don't see the point myself. As far as I'm concerned, you can just play them all just like that. And somebody's cringing. No, that's not what I want. That's what it is. What it's going to sound like. It doesn't matter if I play it this way, or this way. It's going to sound that way. It's more comfortable for me to play it that way, so I'm going to do it. I'm old. And then a sforzando on the last. You don't need a marcato and a sforzando on the same note. A sforzando is the strongest accent there is. So you got an accent, and then you got marcato, and you got sforzando. Whatever. Just play it. Just relax here. Boom, and it's staccato. You're on the key and you're bouncing off. Don't come down and hit it. No, you're on the key and you're bouncing off. Lots of weight. You're down low. It'll come out loud. It's okay. Now, as far as the speed goes, quickly, well, find the hardest part in it. What can you do that accurately? You know, don't know what to measure 33 and 34. Is that the hardest part? I don't know. Maybe it's the eighth notes. You find the hardest part in it, and that's probably your speed. You probably don't need to go that fast if you don't do it. It's just quickly, whatever you think quickly is. It's going to be different for everybody. And then they've added pedal on some of this. Well, okay. I'm guessing the pedal is for the overtones. So in measure 4, where the pedal comes in, I'm going to push the notes down first and then the pedal. And I'm going to lift the pedal as I play the note in measure 5. Here. That's it. I'm one measure on that. And then over on measure 37, I'm going to push the pedal. Now here, because they're marcato, I'm going to push the pedal down with the notes. I want to release the overtones immediately. See, before I would start the note first and then release the overtones. Now, because of the marcato, I'm going to do it all together. And change it after I play the notes, and then lift it up as I play the first eighth note. Right there. And that's the pedal. It's okay. Don't pedal anything else, please. We need the staccatos. Copy me, please. It's just different things. You have to watch the notes too. On the next to the last measure in the left hand, it's different than it was before. So they're different. So watch it. Let's play it together very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do any dynamics. I'll do the staccatos and I'll do the pedaling like they're showing. but we're going to go very slow. We're just checking notes and rhythms. We're not performing it. 1 and 2 and ready and go, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and 3 1 2 3 4 1 and 1 and 2 4 and 1 and 2. One and 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and rest, rest.